Welcome back to VOR Classic with Joel, Mike, and Ed.
Do you know what always kind of lost me? Or I always kind of wondered what you never heard Palpatine ever allude to the prophecy, and whether or not that was something he had tooled.
Because that's a Jedi prophecy.
Yeah.
It's not a Sith one.
It's a Jedi prophecy, but it's a prophecy nonetheless. Do you know what I mean?
But you see, but
Like how he didn't even use it
He
to
didn't
work
even
Anakin.
he didn't even do it to use as a tool.
Yeah, again, like I think the Sith prophecy is nothing to them because they're so far seeing. You know, that's the way that they're so far seeing that they don't need prophecy.
Yeah.
You know, they're making their own future.
Exactly. They create their own destinies, and they're a lot like, frankly, they're a lot like Satanists. I mean, they act on what they need, what they want. You know, it's all very self-centered, and I mean, it's all about power. And you know, when you're trying to create power struggles, you're not creating power for the greater good or for larger groups. What'd you see over there?
Huh? No, there's just like this weird duck honking of I don't know. Of like someone like hitting their alarm.
Oh, okay.
I just kept hearing it. I was just like, who?
Maybe
No
the
one's
alarm
stealing your
came on back.
Corolla. Get in your car and leave. What you said earlier, what I really like about that final battle,
Yeah.
is that Vader really, until that last split second,
Yeah.
had never even thought about going necessarily good.
You think?
I think he thought he was. I mean, after Palpatine, or after he was full on Vader, and after he realized Padme's dead.
What did he have to
again,
lose?
it came out in the book. Yeah, everything that he knew is gone. You know, his mom is dead. His wife is dead, as far as he knows.
Yeah.
There ain't no kids. Obi-Wan
He screwed
tried to
with the
kill
Jedi.
him and
Yeah.
walked away, left him fucking burning
So,
in a lava pit.
So yeah, it's totally like the only future for him, and the only future that he can see. And after all he's done, he can't just turn good. He can't at this point.
Yeah, he feels like he can.
You know, there's no
Absolutely.
redemption for him.
Yeah.
And so like there was
Commitment.
Yeah,
It's
it
all about
wasn't.
commitment.
Yeah, you got to give the guy that.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Committed.
until he saw his own. Yeah, even though it's not really his son, but you know his birthright getting like you know force lightninged. It wasn't until then that he realized, you know what, it doesn't have to be this way.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and like it was probably that juncture, that shatter point where he's like pretty much, shit, this is the only time I've got.
Yeah, and he
This
was
is
probably also thinking that Luke was perhaps going to change. Luke, he probably could have seduced Luke over to his side, and that way they could have been together. But it wasn't going to happen. And not only that, like this asshole that created him, that I'm sure by now he knows the extent of Palpatine's lies.
Yeah.
You know, I guarantee by that time he did. He's watching this asshole fry his own kid. You know, much
There's
just like
that.
he fried
Actually-
countless people before.
That's what's kind of interesting, that the original trilogy, which like there's probably another happy accident, but like also like the stuff brought up in the Dark Lord of the Sith book, Rise of the Dark Lord or whatever it is,
Whatever.
Vader times.
We will never
What
get
the
it right.
fuck is that name of that book?
don't know.
So like what I find interesting is that like what I was just saying about like Vader probably not having any other choices.
Yeah.
What's kind of interesting is that he taking on Luke as an apprentice and killing Palpatine, you know, together, because he knows he can't do it alone. That in a way that's his only realizable goal, is to become a master.
Yeah.
And teach his own apprentice. That's the only foreseeable goal that he sees.
Yeah.
You have to compare something else. This is implied, just because I'll feed into shit.
Well, most of the stuff that we're talking about is implied.
Yeah.
You know, it's not,
Right.
But Vader, at that point, has been trained to keep every one of his instincts and thoughts and decisions. He has to keep them so buried, and he has to make them everything has to be off the cuff. And the reason why is because Palpatine's reading his mind.
Yeah.
Palpatine knows every move he's about to make, so he's like, you know what? Every time I turn around, this motherfucker knows everything I'm about to do.
Well,
I have got to keep on my toes at all times, and when I get to the crossroads, I have to bam hit left or hit right, but I have to hit something, and I have to do it right then so that no one can focus in on what I'm thinking and follow me.
Yeah, actually, that totally feeds into what I was talking about earlier about like that he didn't really realize, but whenever he sees Palpatine cut loose with the lightning, it's almost as if I haven't seen him cut loose like this for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Right.
And like this might be my only fucking, you know, and it's like what you said, that you know that he foresees everything, but all of a sudden just like, well, I certainly didn't fucking foresee this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and suddenly he's just like, well, this isn't in the cue cards
Yeah.
You know, I've only got like a second, and you can see it. You know, the camera kind of lingers on
Right.
it, where he's like,
He's doing
Should
this.
yeah, shit.
Shouldn't I?
Yeah,
Should I? I could totally. All right, I'm gonna try it.
yeah,
I got one arm. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do I have to lose?
yeah.
But he did have a lot to lose had he sat there and thought of it longer, because Palpatine would have been like,
Well, it's like, well, again, you know,
yeah, he
like,
would have turned on Vader's.
exactly,
Right?
like all the Force,
I've got two hands.
you know, as far as they know, all the Force Adepts were dead by his own hand. The
Right.
one that he finds, who also happens to be Blood,
Yeah.
you know, who he can truly like say that, you know, well, I mean, like, you know, he's not necessarily me, but like, you know, he has potential, and I might never have another choice for an apprentice. I might never have this opportunity again, and he's killing my one, and he's my kid.
Right.
So there's
right.
like selfish and
also,
familial.
Also, it just occurred to me. Also, on a selfish front, he might also see Luke as sort of a salvation, even if he decides, in his new twisted way, that if Luke will then join him, kill the Emperor, and then maybe they go on to create not Jedi, not Sith, but something new. Maybe he also sees it as his way of like, kind of, you know, replanting the seeds of the Jedi.
Yeah.
All the Jedi that he helped kill.
yeah.
So.
Well, it's also the ideology that we've talked about before, like in the prequel trilogy, is that, you know, like both Vader and Palpatine, they're not necessarily bad.
No.
You know, that they see that their way of life, this is fixing stuff. We are bringing peace to the galaxy. We have brought peace to the galaxy. We are fixing stuff.
Oh, I think Palpatine's safely in the bad guy range. I mean,
Well, no,
he's
but-
complex, and he has not just world domination for the sake of world domination, but I mean, to me, he's just acting out of pure selfishness.
Well, it is a selfish thought of that I can do better.
And everyone's a tool.
And
everyone is just a tool.
But that was the way that he was indoctrinated.
Exactly.
This is the way that he was taught for however long he'd lived.
yeah,
You know.
yeah,
Well, I mean, if you want to throw it right down, I mean, like there was like social political models that were used to build the idea of the empire and the
absolutely.
rebellion, and I won't even go into what specifically they were. But as we've gone through time,
Yeah.
you can sort of look now, and you don't look at ideas of socialism or communism as such evils anymore. They're
No, because-
they're political models that actually, for some people, work.
They do work, but,
Yeah,
but
well,
unfortunately,
they can
it's
work.
certain people that made it.
Exactly. That
Right.
turned them into like these horror stories.
Yeah,
or
like
these-
for example, communism, as in the way that we know, like, you know, the Russo-Chin, you know.
yeah.
Uncle Joe Stalin.
Yeah, that's not communism. That's
That's just plain dictatorship.
Yeah.
with a mask of communism.
Yeah.
but that's
I
how
mean-
you pacify your people.
Exactly.
By saying that, you know, brothers,
exactly.
but we
Go-
get more.
Right.
Because we're
Well, yeah, go read your Animal Farm. But I mean, that's the thing that defeats socialism and communism. You know, again and again, is just the individuals who, you know, well, they're lying. They're just out to help themselves. So
Palpatine, why did you do all this? I just wanted cool chairs.
Over and over.
I like them.
Swivelly type.
This
Not
one
the
has a
Papasan.
shower nozzle.
like scan design.
Yeah.
You won't believe this. This one has a cooler right here in the armrest. It's delicious.
Delicious.
What's an
Why not?
aluminum falcon? Who's they?
That's great shit.
I never know what to order. What? I'll
What?
have the potato salad. I don't even want to eat
I'm
it.
not gonna eat it anyway. It's just
I never know what to order. What? Oh, a cherry coke.
I don't like. You have that thing pretty much memorized.
I don't think I got it exactly right. It's just so freaking funny. That,
Great. God bless the robot chicken.
What? Who's they?
Like, he's totally oblivious to any rebellion. That's how new and tiny they are.
They blew it up. Who's they?
Who's they?
What's an aluminum falcon?
All right, I'm kind of upset. All right, a bunch of teenagers blew up my Death Star. It kills me.
You got a freaking ATM machine on that credit card? What, that light bright on your
Light
chest?
bright.
To continue this episode of VOR Classic, click the link on your screen now. Right now! If you like it, please click the thumb and share it with your friend. Now, let's continue the episode.